All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CageZilla 50 here, GoSports.com. Let's throw it up to Chris Fuller. We'll get the next introduction for the next fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next fight. Making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, it's Tyler Bunting.
Tyler Bunting, 5'11", 185 pounds, at 23 years of age, fighting out of Disciple MMA. He's got a record of 2-0, and this is his second fight under the CageZilla banner. His first was a first-round TKO at CageZilla 47, and both of his wins were by stoppage.
Yeah, Tyler Bunting is somebody that I've seen a couple of times here, and he's fun to watch, 5'11", 185, but he's ranked 12th in the amateur middleweight in Virginia. That's pretty strong as an amateur in the entire state.
Absolutely, absolutely. And they calculate that by looking not only at your record, but also the record of your opponents and the depth of your division. There's not a lot of middleweights out there at Tyler Bunting's skill level, and that's evident by the fact that he's the number 12 ranked middleweight in Virginia.
So the last fight he had, he was only in the cage for just a little amount of time in round number 1. As with a TKO, I mean, he comes out and he puts some pressure on guys.
Yeah, and this is going to be a very physical, a very aggressive fight because both guys are very solid for the weight class. They're not necessarily tall, but they're both, you know, at the 6 feet, 5'11" range, and they're going to come with a lot of power behind their shots. And this is an interesting stylistic matchup for Tyler because Nazar is very forward progress, whereas usually Tyler is the one walking people down.
Now, he was supposed... Yes. So he was supposed to fight Alan Hargrove back in CageZilla 40.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Nazar Mazakevich.
Sorry, he was supposed to fight Alan Hargrove back in CageZilla 43, but that didn't quite work out. Had to pull out of that fight, but we have seen him before. Now, Nazar Mazakevich, he is a big dude, just like you said. He's 185, 23 years of age, out of Pentagon MMA. And this guy right here comes out to put in work.
Yeah, his last fight was about 90 seconds of extreme violence. He was very aggressive with his striking. He transitioned very well to the ground. He was picking his opponent up, slamming him on the ground. He was changing positions. He was advancing positions before ultimately sinking in a choke that he really forced. And when he clinched that choke in, there was nobody that could withstand that type of power. What Nazar's going to expect to do here, he's going to walk down his opponent. He's going to want to get in Tyler Bunting's face and see what the power exchange is going to be. Tyler's going to want to stay on the outside. He's going to want to throw his shots and keep the distance. But I really feel that Nazar's way to win this fight is with that same forward aggressive pressure that he put on his last opponent.
Yeah, and he's just a big-looking dude. I mean, when you come in the ring, or excuse me, when you come in the cage, you're just a big dude and you're pretty intimidating. Look, he's just a big guy. Let's throw it back up to Chris Fuller.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the CageZilla middleweight division. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'11", weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Disciple MMA, he brings a perfect 2-0 record to the cage. It's Tyler Bunting!
Tyler Bunting, 5'11", 23 years of age, Disciple MMA out of Sterling, Virginia.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 foot tall and weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Pentagon MMA, also with a perfect record of 1-0, it's Nazar Mazakevich!
Nazar Mazakevich, 6 foot, 185, 23 years of age, record of 1-0.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, and your referee is Michael Dolman.
Mike Dolman, the referee for this, is still scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. We don't get into the different rounds or the different time lengths, or the 3 5-minute rounds until we get to the title fights. Now, both fighters touch gloves right here in the middle of the cage.
Big level change from Nazar. Big slam.
Both fighters, just Nazar just putting it on him.
Nazar with a lot of aggression here, hanging out in guard, but he's posturing up and he's putting a lot of pressure. Tyler Bunting going for an armbar. He's going up for an armbar, and Nazar just powers out of it.
Oh,
big
what
shot
a big right hand from Nazar. Now the blood starts to come from the left nose or the right nostril of Tyler.
That shot rocked Tyler. He's holding on now. He had an armbar locked up. He was going for the extension, and
Nazar just pulled out.
he just lifted him up and slammed him. And now you just see that, again, he's got to be careful, but Nazar actually has proper defense this time. He hooked his arm with his bicep, but Tyler can use this to escape. He's in a tough spot here, but if he pursues the armbar, he won't get it, but he's got to go for, exactly, a roll right here. Change your scenario. And Nazar rolled through and was able to maintain top position. But,
Tyler's
he's going for
eye.
an ankle lock. Nazar's going for an ankle lock here. It's pretty tight. He needs to get a little more extension, though. There's not enough extension. Right now, if Tyler can get his knee out and his knee past Nazar's hips, he's going to be okay. And he's excellent job. He stepped over after clearing the knee.
Tyler's left eye is really starting to swell up. He took a huge shot, and his head bounced off the mat, so Tyler's going to have some trouble. Let's see if he's get this locked in here.
Tyler's going for a choke right here, and it's actually pretty tight. Now, he's alleviating pressure. Now he's not. Now he's laying down flat, and this is going to put Nazar in a tough spot. This is a head and arm choke. It's a darce. It's just there's a little bit too much space. There's a little bit too much space. And now if he could flatten out, he could do a little bit more damage here, and he could really tighten it up. You need to get the hips down. You need to get your lats involved, especially with a big guy like Nazar. And he's going to let go before he burns his arms out. But now he's in mount, and he's raining down the punches.
I mean, what a role reversal here from the first 30 seconds.
Tyler's trying to now Tyler's got his back. What he's got to do is he's riding a little high. Now he's going for a rear naked choke. He's trying to get it under the chin, but Nazar's just fighting through it. He's holding on to the one arm. It's under now. It looks like it's under.
The left eye of Tyler Bunting is starting to swell closed. I don't know how much
It's
longer
out.
he's
It's
gonna,
out.
It's
It's
over.
out him.
It's over. Tyler Bunting comes away with a
Wow.
huge win. What an amazing
Wow.
fight. Unbelievable. From Disciple MMA.
Excellent, excellent work by Tyler Bunting. Nazar was relentless. He was all over him. He landed some incredibly hard shots. And Tyler just rode through them. He went for the arm bars. He took the shots. He rolled through, and he was able to persevere through these very, very difficult situations and sink in that rear naked choke.
I mean, he just got that in there. And I mean, once he sunk it in there, it was unbelievable. And it's unbelievable how he got it sunk in. As it comes in through there, you see it, and he comes out, he throws him down, and boom. Now, Nazar, this is when he has control, but now Tyler on top and putting it on there, and you see it sunk in there deep.
You see there's a slick transition right here. Tyler goes from palm-to-palm grip. He actually clears the palm, and he goes right up onto his bicep, takes his left hand and pushes down Nazar's head, and that created the pressure necessary to get the choke. It was a very, very slick transition by Tyler.
What a great move. What a great move. All right, let's throw it up to Chris Fuller.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Michael Dolman has called a stop to the action. 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the first round for your winner by rear naked choke out of the red corner, Tyler Bunting.
Tyler Bunting comes away with a huge win in one of the best fights we've seen here at CageZilla. It's CageZilla 50, GoSports.com. We got title fights to come. Don't get out of your seat.